Hi everyone, this is Stacy and welcome to my channel. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. So before I share my topic for today's video, I would like to share first my orchids that I promised to share because I forgot in my last vlog to flex it. So now I'm going to show it to you. I place it here in my bedroom. So I would like also to give you an update on my plants here in my bedroom. So I have here the variegated Gymnocalcium, the Twirl, the Haworthia, and I have here the Sansevieria. I also have a variegated money tree, and this is the highlight. If you could remember, I told you in my last vlog that I put inside the orchid because it bloomed already. So whenever the orchid has flower like this, I put it inside my room or in the altar. So it's very pretty. It gives accent to my room. And of course, I have the other plants here like Aglonema, the wheel fin. It's the baby or offset of my big one in the main front door. And the red Aglonema. I have a snake plant and Lucky Bambi too. So this is how it looks like from afar. So the flower is so pretty. So let's go to the topic for today. So my sharing for today is about these 3 rocks that I have repotted, and most of the succulents here I have restarted. So let's take a look at it one by one. Excuse me for the noise. So here I have repotted all of them, and I have included some of my cactus to put here in the rain or shine area. So this is my Purple Delight, which is I cut it because the stem was long already. So I decided to cut it and repot it. So it's just like I restarted it. And I placed a non-variegated Gymnocalcium and Echeveria. Here one. So this one is a cuttings too. So if you could see, I place it immediately in the veranda area, even though it's a newly cut succulent, and I potted it at the same time because it's not raining, so I'm not worried that it will get rot. And another Gymnocalcium, but I don't know the exact idea of this cactus, but look how long is the spine. So it's so pretty to look at. So I placed them here in the veranda area to get more sunlight in order for them to produce flower, because summer is the blooming time for the cactus here in my area. So for those who do not know, where do I live in Silang, Cavite, Philippines. So here's another Purple Delight, a cutting too. Another cactus, I think it's a Chinese barrel, so I'm not sure of the ID. This is Orion, Rhaptoperia Marfine, another Echeveria, and another Chinese barrel cactus. So this how the first layer of the topmost part of this black rock look like. So on the second rock, I have here the Prolifica, which has a stress color. If you would notice, this one doesn't have a black sand top dressing because it would really occupy the pot as it grows. And I did not repot this one because it is just newly potted, I think around November. So I did not repot it, so I just let it stay in the soil mix. And I got some cuttings here to propagate it also. So Prolifica doesn't grow that big, the rosette, but it's really pretty and nice when it is dressed in color, just like now. But red color on its tips will get intense. Sometimes it's pink and reddish during cold season. So I have here another pot of Hero Ones, a cuttings too, in a non-variegated Gymnocalycium, another non-variegated Gymnocalycium. If you would see, they are dehydrated because of the too much intense here in the veranda area, but I'm planning to water this cactus later, late in the afternoon around 5 when the sun is set already. And I have here the jewel phone. If you would see, there's a stress color, and this is our Graptopetalum myrinae. So I have not repotted this also because there's no black sand dressing. So I have decided to put also black sand dressing because it really looks so nice and clean when there is a black sand top dressing. So I'll explain in my next vlog why do I put black sand top as top dressing. So here's another one. It's a cutting, so you see there's no roots, but they are fine here. As long as it will not get wet, they will grow roots here in my veranda area. So for this one, I forgot the name, but it's like a rose when you look at it, and the stress color is really nice. So there's another Purple Delight. Non-variegated Gymnocalycium will be having 4 flower buds coming out, I think. And I have here another Purple Delight and another cutting of this Echeveria. So this is how it looks like, the second layer of this pot, of the rock, I mean. So let's go to the third layer. We have here the Agavoids, which has a stress galore. So for me, it's only not the cold season that gives also stress color to the succulents, as I have experience in taking care of them for 4 years. They also give their stress colors during summer because they are getting too much sun, which they really love. So their stress colors comes out. So this one is a Roman. This one, I'm not sure of the ID. If you would see, I put some leaf propagation, and there's, sorry, my camera is getting blurred, so because of too much hot or too much heat coming from the sun when I'm taking the video. It's already 9 o'clock in the morning and it's very hot here. So this one is Love and War. So there's another pop here, and this one, I'm not sure if it is lenguas. So it's a type of succulent which has carousel on its leaves. And this is my snow bunny, small one and a big one. This one, I think, I'm not sure if it is the Fat Beauty, but look at the color. It has a neon green light on the tips of its leaf. I'm not sure if it can be captured in my camera, but look at it. I hope you can see it, guys. So this is how the third layer of this rock look like, the second one and the third. So it's pretty nice to see because the first and second has the same pot, and the third one has all the same pot. Now let's go to the second rock. So this is the second rock that I have fixed. So we have here the lemon, the other cuttings of the lenguas, I think, which has carunculated leaves. I repotted my Lola also. So all the pots that you would see, they have been repotted. The soil mix has been softened, and I added rice hull on them. I think this is red vampire and an agavoid. Look, even it's not cold, the stress color is there because of the intense heat they're getting from the sun. And I restarted also my pinkers by cutting the stem because it's too long. And I don't like the look when they have long stem. So echeverias have this appearance of unique rosettes. That's why they look so pretty for me. So whenever I see long stem, I cut them and restart them again. Just same with this raindrops. And I have placed here the jade plant. It has a stress color too. Look at the leaves. But the soil mix has Akadama, or the top dressing that I use is Akadama soil. So Akadama soils are good for bonsai like plant. It originated from Japan. So that's how the first layer look like. And let's go to the second layer. So I have here the big Echeveria Orion, Nanahokuni. I have here the dark eyes. I have here PVN. This one is a cutting of, I think, Fat Beauty. Look at the tips. It has a neon green color. And this is an Amabile. So I have here leaf propagation. Okay. So Amabile is also one of the succulents that I can recommend for beginners. It is easy to take care. And I have here a Madiba and our peach candy, which look like Cryptomeria Morphine, but it has more rounded leaves or petals. So this is how the second layer of this rock look like. So let's go to the third layer. So here is our Hercules. Hercules all year round, whether it's cold or too much, or it's summer, or it really has its stress color throughout the year here in my garden. Look how pretty the Hercules. So the other one, or at the back of the Hercules, I have here a cactus. So I'm trying to expose most of my cactus in a rain or shine area where they can get direct or intense sunlight to produce flower to grow more, because their habitat or their origin really comes from desert-like place. So this one is a jewel tone. It's a cutting. So another non-variegated Gymnocalycium. This one I forgot the ID, but this one is a non-variegated Gymnocalycium. This is Alba Beauty. It's the pop of my mother plant, so I just potted it here. And this one, I'm not sure of the ID. So this is how the third layer of this rock look like. The second layer and the first layer. So all the pots are the same, so it's very uniform to look at. So it's so pretty and nice. So this is the first rock, second rock. Let's go to the third rock now. So I have your Agavoids there. So if you would see, let's remove this. If you would see this kind of leaves with a black spot, it's a sign of fungus, so you have to remove it immediately and throw it away. So at the back part, I have here some, I don't know the ID, but most of them I cut, and look, they are producing offsets or babies. This is a Peach Beauty, so I cut it also, and I'm not sure if this is Mio. And this is another Peach Beauty. So there are two pots, 1 and 2. And this one, I'm not sure of the ID, but I tried to cut it to produce more babies, because during December all the leaves was damaged by the fungus there. So this one, I'm not sure of the ID, or I do not know really. So this is how it looks like. It has two offsets. So If you could remember, this variegated Gymnocalycium was placed in my garage area in the Black Rock. So I have decided to expose it here in my veranda area under the intense heat of the sun. Because in the garage area, they are always having this scale. So I think they need more sunlight. So if you would see, there are still more some scales to remove. But I have already brushed it. So I think I have to brush it off again one more time. So it's really hard to clean them. So this one and this one and this one too. So I placed 4 clay pots here, which I'm planning to water later because I think they are getting dehydrated. So this is how the first layer of the rock look like. So it's a combination of different pots. So at the second layer, I have placed the big agavoid, which is very pretty and nice. So it has a stress color look. This is a kind of agavoid, so I'm not sure what's the name, but that's why it is considered one of the characteristics of the agavoid is having a pointy leaves there and a shiny having a leaf that is covered by molded wax. So this is my fire pillar. So it was before placed in the other rack beside the aloes. So I have decided to change the location. It is also an agavoid. It is also a hybrid of agavoids. It has also a pointed leaf. So it looks so pretty. It's really big. This too is really big. So this is my purple champagne. Look, the lower leaf doesn't have any more that much farina, but the new growth on the innermost part of the rosette, it has thick farina. So this one is our kissing, Echeveria kissing. So look how pretty and very stressed, right? It is also big, same as the fire pillar and the agavoids, I mean. And there is another agavoid here, but it's not that big, but it's trying to grow more big, just like this one. So let's see. But I think, I'm not sure if this one and this one are the same variety. But it also has a stress color. It's also an agavoid. So this is how the second layer of this rock look like. So let's go to the third layer. On the third layer, I have here the Prolifica. So this is the mother part of my Prolifica, where I got my cuttings. So I did not repot it because, you know, Prolifica are hard to get well rooted because the rosettes are very small. Actually, these small offsets or baby, you can simply cut it like this with your fingers, and then all you have to do is put it here, there, and after some time it will grow roots there. So there's a weed. So I did not repotted it because Prolifica are not considered delicate succulent for me, according to my experience. So you just have to place it somewhere in the pot and it will grow roots there. That's how I propagate my Prolifica. And it's very easy also to achieve the stress color. Just expose them to direct sunlight for more hours. So I have here another agavoid. So I'm not sure if it is the same variety with the other two. And this one, look at the color. It's so pretty and nice, right? So even it's not cold, it's hot, it's summer, as long as they get enough sunlight, they can give out a stress color. But of course, during cold months, they have more intense color, or their stress color is more intense. So this is another kind of agavoids. So I have a few pots of agavoids, but I do not know exactly their ivy. And the last one is the Echeveria ba, diba? So it's not that stress. So let's have a recap. So this is the third layer of the third rack that I have showed, the second layer, and the topmost part. So this is the third rack that I have showed, the second rack, and the first rack. So let's have a recap before I end my video. So if you do like my sharing for today, please don't forget to hit the like button. If you want to say something about my plans or any requests of what to vlog, or share any thoughts you wanted to share with me, just comment down below and I will read and try to reply on them. And if you do like, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you know somebody else who are interested in this kind of videos, especially with the plants like cactus and succulents, please do share my video to your friends, family, and relatives. So thank you for the support you're always giving me. Thank you for watching my videos. So that makes me smile whenever I see there are lots of views in my videos. So thank you so much for your support. I know you enjoy my video, and I hope you do enjoy my video that I am sharing every day. So bye for now. See you on my next video. Bye. God bless us all. Bye bye. See you on my next vlog. See you on Wednesday. Bye bye. Happy gardening, everyone.